Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Listening by Arpita. So before starting this, I want to say something that is thank you so much everyone, especially the aspirants of Shillong. They supported me very much. Okay, so guys, please support me like this, and if you all will support me, then I will also be motivated and do fantastic things for you. Okay, regarding reasoning ability, so let's start with our topic, that is SBI clerk prelims previous year question paper. So first part one was done. I think that one is not very much okay, not up to the mark. That is little bit okay. So today I will do part two. So let's begin. I think it will be good. This session will be good, better than the first one. So let's start. Okay, so this is a part two part. Okay, so here we'll discuss some one question of that arrangement. Okay, so this is a linear arrangement, I think. Yes, parallel lines. Okay, so parallel rows. So this is a linear arrangement. So first part is linear arrangement, and the second part is there are six people having different height and all, not necessary. This type of questions are actually based on the comparison. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is linear arrangement. 12 see, before starting this, I want to say something, that there are two there is two parts. Okay, this is the first part and this is the second part. This is the first part and this is the second part. Okay, so what is our job? Our job is, we will just see the keywords of the first part. That is what, here 12 people, done. Two parallels, done. Okay, 6 in each, done. So 6 in each, total 12 people, and there will be two parallels, done. Okay, there is row 1, who are in the row 1, A, B, C, D, E and F. The 6 people are seated in row 1 and they are facing south, done. Row 2, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and they are facing north, done. Okay, and one more thing, that is each member seated in a row faces another member of the other row. It means in each of the rows every member are facing the another member. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I already told that whatever information we have in the second part, if we will not just arrange that in our diagram, then we will just write down there. Okay, write down any of the part of your page, then it will be easy for you to solve, because it consumes very much time. Okay, so let's start. We seats here is total 12 people, 1 2 3 4 5 6 in each row. 1 2 3 4 5 6 in each row. Okay, so some are facing south direction, who are row 1 are facing south direction, and some are facing north direction, who are facing north directions, row 2. And who are in the row 1, they are A, B, C, D, E and F. And who are in the row 2, they are P, Q, R, S, T, V. Okay, done. So let's start. Now V says third to the right of S. So is it possible that we just write down any of the places in here in V? No, this is not possible, because we did not know the exact information about V as well as S. So that's why we'll write down here only. Okay, we will write down here. So V is third to the right of S. Third to the right of S, who? V. S faces F. S faces F. Okay, F does not see any of the extreme ends of the line. Okay, so F will not sit here, also F will not sit here. Okay, next D sits third to the right of C. So D sits third to the right of C. Third to the right of C, we will sit D. R faces C. R faces C. Done. Next, the one who facing E sits third to the right of P. So the person who facing E is sits third to the right of P. So third to the right of P is any person who faces E. The one who is facing, the one means this one, this person. Okay, question mark person. This person is facing what? Is facing E. Done. B and P do not sit extreme ends of the line. It means B and P not end, not seated extreme ends of the line. Okay. T is not an immediate neighbor of B. It means T and V will not sit together. Next, and A is not an immediate neighbor of C. So A and C also will not sit together. R does not sit any of the extreme end. So R will not sit here and here also. Done? Okay. So this much is done. This much is done. So let's start with the top. Let's start the arrangement. Okay. So what is our first? What from where we can start? See, S is third to the right of V. Yes, no problem with that. And there is another information we have. It will help us to arrange it easily. Which one? This one. S is opposite to F because F will not sit in these two positions. That's why F can sit here or here or here or here. These are the four places where F can sit. Okay. So if F will sit here, then there will be a problem, because if F will sit here, then S will sit here, and third to the right of S, there is no third right of S. That's why F and S will not sit here. So where they will sit? See, here F can sit, here S can sit. Why? Because third to the right of S is V. Okay. And there will be another case. This is case 1. Assume this is case 1. There will be another case, that is case 2. Why? I am discussing. 1 minute. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So F can sit here also, S can sit here also. How? Because S will sit here, then third to right of S, there is also place, that is V. There is also the place of V. Okay. So this is case 1, this is case 2. Next, this one is done. Next, what we have, that is T and V will not sit together. Yes or no? T is not an immediate neighbor of V. It means T will not sit here. Understand? And also T will not sit here also, here also. Understand? T will not sit in these two positions in case 1, and T will not sit here in case 2. Yes or not? Okay. Understand? So next what we have, that is third to the right of C is D. Okay. And B and P will not sit at any of the extreme end of the row. Okay. So B and P will not sit any of the extreme end of the row. It means here and here B and P will not sit. But here we have another thing, that is P's third right is someone who is opposite to E. So if we assume that P's third right, it means if we consider here P's third right, someone who is opposite to E. Understand? Okay. And we can assume that here also P, but it is not possible. Why? Because if we consider here P, then third right is F. Okay, it is yes, third right is F, and F's opposite is already seated, that is S. That's why P will not sit here. So where P will sit? P will sit here only. If P will sit here, then third right of P, who will sit? We do not know about this, but we have another information, that is its opposite must be E. Its opposite must be Okay, so let's take another one. Okay, now see A and B and P. Okay, this one is done. This one is done. Okay, who is supposed third to the right of C is D. Now there is only four places for C. So if I write here C, 1 minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, 1 minute. Just I have to make it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if C will sit here, then third to the right of C is D. No problem with that. And opposite to C is R. Opposite to C is R. Okay. And we already know that R will not sit any of the extreme end of the row. Okay. R not end. So if I consider here C, then it will violate our statement. That's why we cannot consider here C. So we can consider here C, but no, not possible, because it is opposite. The opposite one of C is already given, that is B. It violates our statement. So where we can take C? Is there any position? No, there is no position for C. That's why this one will be cut. Okay. So here again, if I consider here C, then it will be okay. There will be no problem about that, because opposite of C will be R and third to the right of C is D. It is already given here. Done. Okay. Okay. So now we have two vacant position here and here. Done. And also there is one more thing, that is okay. Okay, I will discuss about this after that, later. So so there is a two position, this one and this one. So who will sit here in here, A or B? A or B? Because A, another, yes, except A and B, all are seated here. D, F, C, P, all are seated. No, here P cannot be sit. There's a problem. P cannot sit here. Why P sit here? Third to the, okay. I think there is a problem. Okay, just give me some time. I will fix this. Okay, so here I mistaken that third right of P is someone who is opposite to E. Third right of P is someone who is opposite to E. Uh, third right. Okay. So third right of P who will okay. If I consider here P, third right of P is someone who is opposite to E. It is possible here. Okay. And for this condition P, if I consider here P, third right of P opposite E. Okay. We cannot consider here and here P. Why? Because it is already given that P and B will not sit any of the extreme end of the row. That's why. Okay. Done. Okay. Done. Okay. Now next is what? Third to the right of C. Third to the right of C is D. So if I consider here C, okay, third to the right of C is D. Yes, it is okay, no problem with that. And opposite of C is R. Yes, we can write here R. No problem with that. And here, if I consider here C, third to the right of C is D, and opposite of C is who? R will sit opposite of C. Done. And okay, now see, there's same thing happens there, happens here. See, there are two vacant places, this one and this one, and here only A or B will sit here. Okay, but B can't sit here because it is already given that B will not sit any of the extreme ends of the row. That's why what will be the position of B? The position of B will be this, and who left? A is left here. That's why we can just write here. No problem with that. Understand? So only A left. That's why we write here. Now here only two places are vacant, and C who are not seated in any of the places T and PQ. Okay, but T can't sit here. That's why who will sit here? Q will sit here. Q will sit here. So this will be the position of T. Okay. Now for this one, if T will not sit here, T can sit here. No problem with that. Okay. T can sit here, but T can sit here, no problem. And Q can sit here. But here is a problem. That is, see, if I write here A or here A, then there will be problem. Why? Because it is already given to us, that is A and C will not sit together. So if I write here or here A, then it will violate our statement. It violates our statement. Then what? We cannot consider this one. So we will go with the case 2 only. This is the final arrangement. Okay, understand? So our first question is what? Who among us the following represent the people sitting at the extreme ends of the row? D, A, T, V. D, A, T, V. Okay. So 1 minute. Sorry. Here is mistaken. It will be Q. Okay. Mistakenly I write here. So answer will be T, A. Answer will be T, A. Okay. Next, 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and thus form a group. Which one does not belong to that group? So, B, T, A, Q. Here we have B, T. Okay, no problem with that. Then A, Q, C, S, F, P. A, Q, no problem with that. C, S, yes, diagonally opposite to, all are diagonally opposite to others. See, they are diagonally opposite to each other. Okay. So who is not diagonally opposite to each other? That will be the answer. Next, FPDR. Let's go to, okay, let's FP, no problem. DR. Now see here, all are diagonally just next diagonally. It means if A sit here, B sit here, then it is next diagonally opposite to each other. But for DR it violates. Okay, it violates because here is D, here is R. So all are diagonally opposite to each other in the same manner except DR. That's why this will be the right answer. Okay, this is odd one. Okay, among the 5, how many persons are seated between R and T? How many persons? R and T? There are 2 persons. So, answer will be 2. Next question. Who among us the following faces Q? Who faces Q? That is E. E and Q are facing each other. So, C will be the right answer. Which of the following is true regarding B? B is to the immediate left of C. So we have to consider the true one. Okay. So B sits to the immediate left of C. B sits immediate left of C. No, this is not true. Next, B faces Q. This is also not true because B faces P. Next one is what? B sits fourth from the extreme end of the line. Fourth from the extreme end. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, fifth from the extreme end here. And fourth one is what? D and A for immediate neighbors of B. So D and A for immediate neighbors of B. See, D and A for immediate neighbors of B. That's why this is the right answer. See, D and A for immediate neighbors of B. Okay, that's why this one is the right answer. Okay, understand? Okay, let's go to the next one.